Hey there, welcome back. This is Beamer Merchant. You're looking at the dash cluster out of a 99 BMW 540i, and we're going to show you how to remove this part here and the tools that we're going to be needing. So let's get started. The tool we're going to be using is this one here. It's a Torx 8, I believe. Yep, it's an 8, and we need to go ahead and remove 3 screws. They sit 1 here, 2 and 3. Take those out. If you can go ahead and move your steering wheel lower, if you can lower it, go for it, because it's going to give you better access to the screws, and also when you're about to remove it. However, in this case, there's no power and we're not able to lower the steering wheel, so we'll do without. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove these screws here first. And this is just an example of why it's better to lower the steering column, because even here I'm having a hard time setting this setting it straight. It's coming out, but since it's not centered, it's coming out. So that's why, if you can, please lower your steering column. Okay, and the screws look like this. Make sure you put them in a safe place, because if you lose these and you try to put something else, it's probably gonna go in, but it's gonna pop out. It's not gonna look good. Okay, next what we need to do is we need to go ahead and remove these this one here and this one here, the wood covers or trim covers. And the way you do it is you get a tool similar to this, or a flat screwdriver. Again, be very careful, because if you slip, you can very easily scratch your the wood surface. So the way I do it here is just stick it down here, and all I have to do is pop it. Okay, go here on one side, there you go, pop that one, and it should pop out. Oops. Come right to me here, and basically this is what's holding that right there. You see those right there, 2, and then it goes right there and right there. So do the same thing on this side, and then we'll do the next step. Okay, I went ahead and popped those off. As you can see, there are different wood shades, so just be careful if you need to order one of these. Always make sure that the color matches yours, and in most cases it won't, because this is actual wood. So to find the same wood grain, it's going to be hard, but try to find the similar ones. If you need these or any of the trim in this car, contact us, we got those. Now let's go ahead, and you're going to find 3 Phillips screws in here. There's 1, 2, and there's another one here on the passenger side, 3. Go ahead and take those off, and then that'll give you access to remove this whole cover. Okay, I went ahead and removed those screws here, and this is how they look. Just make sure you keep them in a safe place so you're able to put them back. Okay, next what we need to do is we need to remove this cover, and as you can see, you can go ahead and start pulling it off. Just be careful, and as you start removing it, make sure that there's going to be some wire connectors behind, right here and on this side. Be sure to not to pull too hard and to disconnect them. Okay, these are the connectors that I'm talking about for the headlight, for the dimmer, and the fog lights down here. Please note that if you have a bad battery, it'll be a good idea to disconnect the battery now, because once you disconnect the switch for the headlight, your headlights are going to turn on, I believe, or your corner lights, but one of the lights are going to turn on. So again, if you have a bad battery, disconnect the battery now so it doesn't drain it. Okay, so this is what I mean by see, now that I disconnected the headlight switch, my lights are on now. Okay, so again, if you have a bad battery, take it off or disconnect it. Okay, once you remove this trim here, put it aside, safe place, make sure nobody steps on it. You're gonna take the same 8 Torx screwdriver and remove 3 torque bolts here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, correction. There's only 2 screws, not 3. Right here, 1 and 2. Okay, once the screws have been taken off, I find it easier if, instead of pulling from the sides, you pull from the top. You know, just pull it like this. It'll come out easier. Okay, so just go ahead and pull it, wiggle it out until you have the connections in the back. Once you have the connections, unplug them, and the connections look like this. You got 2 on this side and 1 on this side here. Okay, and this is how the cluster looks once it's removed, and this is where it used to be here. The connections are right there. Okay, the back here are right there. Okay, and why would you need to remove a cluster? Well, as you guys know, if you own BMWs, the pixels go out quite frequently, so you need to do that. Now be careful. If you're gonna go ahead and buy a cluster, make sure you don't buy it from a 740, because they are different from a 540 and a 530 and a 525. Make sure you stick to a 540 if you have a 540, or a 740 if you have a 740. And this is where it's different. The little gap, only the 5 series 540s have it, where the 7 series, it's all complete right there. Okay, also too, this cluster was removed from a manual car, so you're not gonna have the drive, reverse, 1 gear, 2 gear. It doesn't have that. Okay, so it's compatible with manuals. And if you wanted to put this into automatic, you would need to program the cluster to do that. And lastly, if you notice the back here, the clusters changed from 98 to 2003 on the 540 series. 97 models had a little a box back here, which was nice. You can actually go ahead and remove that box and put it into another one, and your mileage would remain the same. However, in this case, this car had 122,000 miles. So if you bought this cluster and you put it in your car, it would show 122,000 miles. It would also show a red dot next to the mileage. That's called a temper dot. Okay, so don't think that if you bought a cluster, your car had 150, that it's gonna go ahead and reset to 150. It's not. It's gonna have the original mileage on it. Okay. Anyhow, if you need any of these parts that we took off here and this cluster, be sure to contact us. And as always, be sure to subscribe for future videos. If you have any questions, let us know. Thanks for watching. Beamer Merchant out. You take care.